Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut. Welcome back to the Baseball Hut 2. Hope you like this video and hit that subscribe button so as we get closer, ever so close to the end of the baseball season. Another 2 weeks with the World Series coming up. As I record this video, I don't know what's going on with the Mets. Hopefully they win on Friday. But if this video is going up, we'll have a pretty good idea if there's going to be a game on Sunday for the National League or not. This video will go up as soon as that game is over. But there are going to be a lot of free agents. And this is the top 40. This is from NBC Sports. I'm going to run through these names and just give you my thoughts on where they're going to go. Willie Adames. Well, it's funny you should mention Willie. There's a lot of talk that Willie might be going to the Dodgers. You know, the Dodgers, they're underdogs. They spent $1 billion last year. They're a super team, and they're underdogs, spending $200 million on 3 players. They made the trade for Tyler Glasnow. They made the signing of Yoshinobu Yamamoto, and of course they brought in the designated hitter, pitcher Shohei Ohtani, and they're underdogs though, with Freddie Freeman at first and Mookie Betts at wherever they want to play him, but they don't have a shortstop. Spend all this money, but they don't quite. Not just underdogs. Well, Willie Adames is supposedly, and I thought this way for a while, that he'll go to the Dodgers. It seems to be the most obvious place for him to go. Why not? Let it be a $900 million team where you defer all the money. Something shifty going on around there. Next up is Pete Alonso, first baseman. Where's Pete going to go? There's going to be so many teams on him. The Mets, Yankees, the Brewers, the Cubs, the Astros, the Mariners. Quite a few teams. And now that he's sort of shaking a little bit this moniker of not being able to come up in the clutch in a big spot, his name will be out there, and he will make a pretty good penny. Didn't have the year that he probably wanted to in his walk year, but he still hit 34 home runs. And I think he'll get back to driving 40 home runs and driving 100 next year. Next up, Cody Bellinger of the Cubs. He has an opt-in, so he can opt out if he wants to. But is he going to, give up $52.5 million when he didn't have a great year? It was okay. It wasn't as good as the year before with the Cubs. I think he'd stay there. Next up is Shane Bieber, Cleveland Guardians. He only made 2 starts. He underwent Tommy John surgery. I think a boatload of teams will be in on him just for the idea of having him in their back pocket late in the season. I can see the Yankees doing that. I can see the Mets doing that, a high valuable guy like him. I think the Dodgers would certainly burn that money. Certainly. Next up is Alex Bregman. A lot of talk about him returning to the Astros, but I don't think so. I think the most obvious place would be for him is to go to the Yankees, to be honest with you. That's what I think. Maybe the Yankees, maybe the Cubs, maybe the Mariners. I don't see him going to the New York Mets. Mets have a third baseman. Who's next up? Corbin Burnes. A lot of teams will be in on him, including the New York Mets, the Yankees possibly, the Dodgers certainly, the Cubs, the Red Sox. He's a high-end pitcher, a #1 starter. He had a good year with the Orioles. Garrett Cole, we'll see if he opts out of his contract. Is he willing to opt out of $144 million with 4 years remaining after he pitched so lousy last year? Who knows? Is he going to get more money on the market? I don't think so. Nathan Eovaldi has a player option. Every contender known to man will be going after him. The Mets will certainly go after him. That's for sure. Maybe not the Brewers. Maybe the Cubs. Maybe the Mariners, possibly. Maybe the Dodgers. Maybe the Yankees. Maybe the Red Sox. The Phillies, maybe. But he has a player option. He could probably make more money on the open market than the $20 million option that he has for next year. Jack Flaherty, I don't see him going anywhere but the Dodgers. The rumor was that he forced the Tigers to trade him to the Dodgers. Next up, Max Fried. I think a boatload of teams will be in on him. We'll see where he goes. He made 29 starts last year. Very good ERA. One strikeout less per 9 innings. So He's a little under the strikeouts. 57 walks isn't bad. I expect the Mets will be in talking to him. The Red Sox, the Yankees, Cubs, the Rangers. A lot of teams will be talking to him. Paul Goldschmidt. Now, he's an interesting case. He's 37 years old. He's a free agent. He didn't have a good year last year. He didn't have a good year the year before. He might be on the backside of this thing at this point. I don't know what's going to happen with him. I can see him going back to the Diamondbacks, but a lot will depend on who will be the first baseman there. Again, I mentioned I would think that the Diamondbacks will be on Pete Alonso as well. Randall Krejcik, who knows? He's got a mutual option with the Diamondbacks. Teoscar Hernandez has had a big year with the Dodgers. Any number of teams will be willing to bring a guy like him and put him in their lineup. Jeff Hoffman, relief pitcher, who knows? He gave a big home run to Mark Vientos in Game 2, that NLDS series. Clay Holmes will be gone. The Yankees fans hate him. He gave up that big home run to David Fry. Boy, David Fry fried him, didn't he? Rice Hoskins, he has an opt-out with the Brewers. He did not have a bad year. His average was a little low. We'll see where he goes. Couldn't care less where he goes. Merrill Kelly, who knows? UC Kikuchi, actually pitched pretty well for Houston. We'll see where he goes. Sung Kim, he had an injury. I think they have a mutual option. I think he'll stay. See who's next. Shorman Naya, he has an option. I expect that a lot of teams will be in on him. The Mets will make a big push for him. He is 32 years old. He might have had a career year. Nick Martinez, he pitched rather well as a starter last year with the Reds. We'll see if he signs somewhere else. Marcelo Zuna, free agent. Toxic as toxic can get. But if you don't care about anything else but production, he's the man for you. Jock Peterson had a good year at Arizona. He's an option with the Diamondbacks. We'll see where he goes. Freddie Peralta pitched rather well this past year for the Brewers. He's 28 years old. He'll get a lot of teams in on him. Jurickson Profar has stayed in San Diego. Jose Quintana can pretty much go anywhere due to the fact that he's a reliable veteran starter. He either pitches really well or he doesn't pitch well at all. And we've seen that with the Mets. Anthony Santander, I expect him to get a big contract, probably the biggest contract this side of Juan Soto. He hit 44 home runs, drove in 102 RBIs. Switch hitter, I believe. He will have a lot of teams in on him. You can play him in the outfield. Max Scherzer, who the hell knows? He's going to go to the highest bidder if anyone wants to bid on him, his old ass. Tanner Scott. Some team that needs a closer will be looking at him. That's for sure. Luis Severino, let the buyer beware with him. He had a big year with the Mets, but he has been injury prone in the past. Blake Snell, I expect the Mets to be in on him, the Yankees to be in on him, the Cubs, the Rangers. He's going to get a big contract. He pitched really well in the second half. And, of course, he pitched that no-hitter in the second half of the season. Juan Soto, the big player on this entire list. Only two teams will be in on him, folks. The New York Yankees and the New York Mets. In 157 games this year for the Yankees, he hit 41 home runs and 109 RBIs, hit 288, 419 on-base percentage, 569 slugging percentage. He is the top-notch free agent this year, and he's going to be 26 this month. He will get a massive contract. He will get the second largest contract in baseball history. Eugenio Suarez, third base, is a club option. I think he'll stay with the Diamondbacks. Gleyber Torres, Yankee fans hate him. He can't get out of there fast enough. Justin Verlander, who knows? He should retire. Michael Wacha pitched really well for the Royals. Some teams will be in on him. Christian Walker, I expect the teams that don't sign Pete Alonso will be going after him. I expect him to be a target of the Mets as well. He had a very good year, even though he missed 6 weeks with an injury. And those are really the players, the top 40 players that are going to be out there. And this is just a condensed version of a longer video I'll have with more options and who's going to go where. Some of these names might not opt out of their contracts, including Garrett Cole and and Cody Bellinger. But we'll keep an eye on that. Now, of course, if you want to watch stuff like this, hit the subscribe button. We have memberships. We've had members coming onto the channel. Please, of course, become a member of the channel for the Baseball Hut 2. It helps me out. It keeps me going. It gives me more incentive to do more videos for you. And we'll have a whole bunch of videos this offseason. It's going to be a huge offseason for the Baseball Hut and Baseball Hut 2 and Prospect Hut and everything else. So, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.